What's going on, everybody? Asciiadam here. I'm just testing out my new stream setup, and I figured while I was on here I would go ahead and do a little backpack hunt and see how that goes. I made a video about getting some gloves earlier, and that worked out pretty well. I actually found the talent I wanted in about 30 minutes. Now, granted, that's not a backpack, so what I was going to do is go ahead and run the mission, because it's the only thing I find that I'm going to get a backpack from guaranteed, and see how that goes. Now, I did get some gear, so I thought I would show you guys that, because some of it's pretty interesting. And if I keep looking over at the camera, it's because I have my second monitor over here, and actually it's my son's monitor. I'm borrowing it. I've got one coming on Friday. Hopefully it's recording through my mic that I have on my face, because up until this point it keeps using the webcam even though I have it set to the mic, so I'm trying to figure that issue out. So anyway, a couple things that I've gotten is I did get the concussion talent on the mask, and that gives headshots grant 20% headshot damage for 2 seconds, 5 seconds with marksman rifle, and it actually requires 7 red. So for all you marksmen or riflemen out there, 7 or more red, and you get the 20% headshot damage for 2 seconds when you do a headshot. Spotter is changed on here, the 15% instead of 20%. I got the Vigilance, which I'd like to try out, and that also requires 7 or more red. But that's the gain 25% weapon damage. Taking damage disables this buff. So actually I'm going to put that on because I'm interested to see if it's active all the time. So let's go ahead and equip that and leave. Let me run outside here real quick. Maybe. Where am I? Yes, so it is active all the time unless you get hit, and then it drops for 5 seconds. So does that mean it shows up in my stat sheet? No. It does not. So that is not on the stat sheet, but it is an active buff. So if I equip that, go to my stat sheet, I then have 25% all weapon damage bonus and my 53% pistol bonus. So no, it does not show up on the stat sheet. Let's see, what else did I get that was interesting? And if you're just joining me, hi. Just going through I'm testing out a new setup that I have for the stream, and I am just going through some of the talents that have changed, like Safeguard. It's back to, I can't remember if they changed that back now or if it's just been 150. Oh, no, I guess it didn't change. Okay, no, maybe I just was looking at that wrong. But I'm going to do some backpack hunting to see how easy it is to get the things that you're looking for. I made a video earlier hunting down some gloves in the open world, and I actually got the talent that I was looking for in 30 minutes. Now, gloves are not backpacks, so you know the RNG on backpacks and chest are way more. Opportunistic did get changed, and enemies you hit take 10% more damage from all sources for 3 seconds. Oh, they did not say that. Requires a marksman rifle or shotgun. That's interesting. Kind of sucks. Not that I would be using that talent anyway, but so opportunistic requires a marksman rifle or shotgun, unless that's a bug. But I don't think it is, because I don't remember that on there before. Not that I've looked at that talent super close. Is that all I've got? Yeah, on this character, that's all I've got. I do like... Breadbasket seems like it would be good. You can get 150% headshot damage. Stacks, it's 50% stacks 3 times. And there is no gun requirement, it looks like. So that's not bad. Especially for a rifle or a sniper rifle. If anybody has seen it, the Nemesis is really jacked up. It does not work at all. When you try to fire it, it fires. It's like the accuracy is 0. So it just fires anywhere it wants. Alright, so I'm going to go hunt some gear. I still haven't figured out exactly what this is. It can't be all of my gear, because it's a little odd. Also, if you haven't seen my video, the only sets that are actually, or the only set I should say, that is the 4 of 6 is the ongoing directive, so I can't do any videos on the True Patriot, because I was thinking about doing some testing with that in a 4-piece, and also the hardwire gear set is also still 6-piece. So when they change that, I will do some testing with it. Okay, so I'm gonna go here. Go hunt a backpack, see what I get. I was using a laptop to watch the stream and see who was on, but it wasn't working very well. And so I've ordered a monitor. God knows I've given away 10 monitors. So, wish I would have kept one, but whatever. They're pretty cheap nowadays. Alright, so in the open world, when I was hunting earlier, I actually was finding things really fast. I mean, I ended up... Did I just... Man, that was awesome. That's some Rambo right there. Come on, guys. That's pretty cool. I liked that a lot. Do I still... Oh, I've still got the wrong chest piece on. Well, do I? Actually, now that I said that, I don't know. No, I don't. Huh. Oh, I forgot every time I log in, it takes some of that off. Okay, whatever. It's alright. What just happened?
You want some more of this? Deploying RPG. Are they okay?
Well, that was really strange. They just kind of stopped shooting at me. So, yeah. Hunting a backpack. I was out earlier. I spent 30 minutes hunting gloves in the open world. And hopefully I don't get killed. But I was down here, and I was just doing the rounds of all the little side missions, because this is the glove area. And I ended up with 20 sets of gloves, and got the talent that I was looking for. So gloves and knee pads should be a pretty easy thing to farm. I do like my pistol build.
Seems like these guys are salvaging.
I know a lot of you guys aren't super into the pistol build, but I like to farm with it, and I am using the Liberty now. You guys convinced me, and so I started using it, and I think it does probably do more damage. And not because the damage is more, but because of the talent in being able to
Now blow the shit out of anything too dangerous.
do stuff like that and actually hit that point on them to do extra damage like that. Especially in a group, because you get so many less shots on target. I do need to aim for the head more on this guy. The sound is really weird right now. I'm not getting much.
Thought I got that, Shield!
So it seems to be working pretty well. Haven't really lost any frame rate. I don't have the greatest computer. All right, so that's how it works. The backpacks drop. They're all 500, and it's still random RNG, of course, but
True Sun's reinforcements incoming.
Keep moving to the next hole.
When you're done fucking things up there,
Keep moving. You still got 2 halls to clear.
Hostile radio.
kind of just want to see how many
Provisions on my 6!
backpacks I will get coming through here.
We gotta secure that ordnance.
You won't escape me. Let's try this quick.
Things are more aggressive. It doesn't seem any harder. Who just shot me? He didn't even have his head up, did he?
They pulled out a shield.
I still need to do some work if I'm going to use this Liberty, because I just don't have the stability and accuracy to use it properly. It still jumps too much. But as you can see, I'm using the survivalist spec, which it shouldn't be. So that's what I mean by changing stuff up. So I've gotten one backpack so far.
I'll set up my... One down.
Serious trauma detected.
Guess I'm solo.
Second backpack, or third. I think it's the second one.
The fucking ballistic shield! One dead tango. Every shot! We got flank! Move up!
He's gonna try to get over there and actually shoot through them. But I thought about it too late. Really? Ooh.
Mechanical components detected.
David, have Isaac scan the parts.
I really think
Setting a recovery team.
from just what I've done here so far in this mission, I think that open world is going to be actually better to farm in than in missions.
If they can rig the warheads, they wouldn't even need a guidance system to hit the White House or a settlement.
Kinda goes without saying.
Because every one of those small
Missiles
little,
flying around,
you know,
make sure they can never ever be used.
propaganda broadcast or the, civilians in danger, all that stuff. Every time you beat one of those, you get one of the pieces you're looking for. And in 30 minutes,
Fucking thing by any
I did a level 4 control point and like 6 of those things. And just pretty much cleaned up on the gear. That's not what I wanted to do.
Is out of action.
So in 20 minutes,
Scavenge those workbenches.
I got
I'd say it's been a pretty good day.
4 backpacks?
Well done.
So definitely, I think I got 15 in 30 minutes out in the open world. Not backpacks, gloves, but I did not have the option. So what are we even in? This is the glove area.
Russians nearby.
You're going nowhere.
That was kind of cool. So yeah, as far as the PTS goes, I'm not too concerned about it. And if you watched my video from earlier about the Firefly and the Seeker Mines, it's not bad. Even in a challenging playthrough, it wasn't too bad. And I think I'm a little interested to see how to actually get rid of the Firefly, because, you know, it was just a convenience thing. It wasn't like everybody loved using the Firefly. Some people did, but, you know, it's more to activate the BTSU gloves. And I'm wondering if maybe there isn't another way to do that. And I'm not on the character. Hang on, let me-
Hostiles. Guarding location nearby.
Home. Tab right to go to settings.
Let me switch over to this character. I'm wondering if there isn't a way that we can use different talents to build, I guess, a hybrid build, maybe? I don't, well, not with the, I don't know what I'm talking about, sorry. So anyway, you know, with say, Eyeless or Ignited, you get the 30% weapon damage to whatever that is, and then after 3 kills you apply the blind, or you apply the fire, or you apply the bleed, and all 3 of those things will proc your BTSU gloves. So I think possibly with between grenades, special ammo, and the talent, you may not need to throw that. You could use your, excuse me, you could use your both skills without using the Firefly or the Flame Turret, because the Flame Turret actually, let's go check that out real quick, because I've been wanting to do that. Mine, I want to see how long it burns, I guess, because I've seen some people talking about it only burns for about 15 seconds and it's gone. So I'm kind of interested in how long that's going to last. I know this is kind of random, but again, just kind of testing stuff. I don't have an Eagle Bear I don't have an Eagle Bear HVT Raider, so I don't know. Alright, so I'm on the wrong build. We'll go here. And so now, if I look at this, oh yeah, every time I log into the PTS, I have to put my mods back on. It takes 2 mods off every single time. I keep wondering why I don't have 3,000 skill power. It's because I don't have the mods.
Character.
They did move these around a bit, I think, and it made them a little bit easier. I haven't had too many that were overlapping like they normally do, which is really a pain. One more. That'll do. Okay, so 300 duration. Wait. Come on. There we go. 26-second cooldown, 300 duration. Burn damage is 6 seconds. We'll see how long it actually burns for, because I don't think it's long, which I will be writing my congressman about, but no. Definitely be posting on the forums. With, in my opinion, with how restrictive it is on placement and things of that nature, it should last. Look, it almost went faster. I almost didn't hit that quick cooldown because it was burning so fast. I would say, I'll count it. Let's see. I'd say it lasts a minute. It's going to burn for a minute. That's halfway done at 30 seconds. So that's longer than I thought it was going to be. Somebody was saying there's only burnt for 15 seconds. You know, that was pretty dumb because, you know, I've got my phone sitting right next to me. I could have timed it on my phone. But I guarantee that's 60 seconds roundabout. So not as bad as I thought. Okay, so we did a mission. We got a couple backpacks. Not many. Did we get anything new? Ooh, what's this? Spark. I got Spark. 7 or more. Offensive. What? What? That can't be. Damaging enemies with skills or grenades grants 20% weapon damage for 15 seconds. That was going to go on my skill build. I assumed that was going to be for a skill build. Man, is it possible to do 712? 7012? Yikes. Man, they're just messing with me all day today. I looted some gloves with the bleed on it because I was thinking about doing some type of bleed build. Wicked also is something I'm looking at, but the bleed is just as bad as it used to be. It used to be you'd have a chance of making somebody bleed for 10 seconds. Now it happens, but it's got on a 30-second cooldown. Like, bleed is so good that it needs a cooldown, right? I don't get that at all. But that's the way it is. I will be posting about that too, because nobody's going to use it like that. But I was hoping that one of those two was on the knees. I couldn't remember, and I hadn't looked it up yet. But I was thinking about, you know, if you could put Wicked and that were on the knees, and then you had the bleeding on the gloves, so you could make them bleed and then do extra damage, plus have Sadist on your weapon for another 30% extra damage, plus have the... Oh, I don't have it on here. If you haven't seen Payload... Oh. That's not right. And I say that because... Oh, wrong talent. I'm sorry. I was thinking about the one with the frog. The frog, they took away this one. Mad Bomber. You can use that whenever now. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. Oh! I don't know if I have it, but for you guys... Oh, I didn't get one. I looted a Fenris backpack. What did I do with that? Oh, it is right there. Check that out. It has three talents on the backpack. I don't know if that's staying or not, but I don't think that's been in before, right? Yeah, I saw that I saw that it said that they weren't going to make it fire as long as you're making it fire, but I was reading the forums this morning and somebody said their fire turret was only lasting 15 seconds. That's why I wanted to check that. 60 seconds, I guess, is okay. HVT, the only gear set that has the 4-piece bonus right now is the ongoing directive. And I actually used that on a build. And I made a video on that. And I actually kind of like it. Now, they actually changed this gear set. The 4-piece talent now is killing an enemy affected by a status effect drops explosive special ammo. So they have to have the status effect on them, and then if you kill them while it's on them, and I did notice that my skills, when my skills killed somebody that was status affected, it also gave me the explosive ammo, and the explosive ammo bleeds, which can then feed back into your BTSU gloves. So it's almost like you get rolling, and the damage keeps coming, and then it's feeding your BTSU gloves, which is feeding your explosive ammo, and then it may actually be good with this set to use Sadist on the weapon because you're going to be doing bleeding damage with the explosive ammo. So you'd have 30% extra damage on those enemies that you're now bleeding. Plus the BTSU gloves, plus when I was running this, I was running it with my drone. The drone works really well right now. People were complaining also about the turret being targeted, and when I ran it this morning, it is actually true. My turret was being targeted quite a bit, but I was running it with seeker mines. When I ran it yesterday with the turret and the drone pulls aggro. Merciless has never made them bleed that I know of, and seekers do not bleed. The only seeker that bleeds is the big one. This one here, the explosive seeker. Yeah. And it does. It works. The problem is with that seeker mine. Number one, it's a pretty small radius. It's decent. 5 meters, but anything inside that's dying anyway. So I really haven't seen anybody bleed because they just get blown up. Requirements for Wicked. What was that on? Was that on the gloves? Yes. 4 more. Red. The talent where you shoot him in the legs, that one I do not have on this character. Let's see, I may have actually deleted it. I may have got rid of that piece now. If I find one again, I'll take a look. But, yeah. I don't think it was anything crazy because I was looking at using it. But again, it stinks because it only works once every 30 seconds. Why they would want you to only bleed... Well... No, not really. I mean, I've got 3 characters, 3.5 characters. So one of my characters is all gun damage. This one, not so much. But I like doing, especially with this set, because now with this set, if you look at the mods, it does not have all yellow mods. It's got 1 utility. It's got a defensive, wherever the other one is, and it's got an offensive. So this is red, blue, yellow. This one is, I think, red, blue. This one's yellow, blue, or yellow, red. So it's not all yellows anymore. You can't stack yellows with the ongoing directive set. Yes, Creeping Death. That is something, as soon as I loot one and can put something together, I'm trying Creeping Death. For sure. Since it came out, I had a thought of doing that, and it stunk so bad, you couldn't do it. So I haven't been trying it. But yes, I did loot. I don't know what character it was on this morning. I don't think I got rid of it. Hang on. Let me...
Character.
I've only played one of the characters, so let me jump on that character and let's take a look at the Creeping Death.
Home. Tab right to go
so
to
yeah,
settings.
basically, this character is all my skill builds. This character is all my gun builds, plus a pistol build. And then this guy, I don't know, really. And then this one's only level 2, but actually it's like level 10 or 12. It's just when they copied over the PTS, that's what level it was. And I do that, honestly, I don't know why. I really don't have a good explanation for it. I used to tell people it's because I don't like to take off equipment, so each character had one build. But honestly, I've got so many builds now that I can't say that because each character probably has 3 builds. Okay. So. No, where did it go? Did I delete it? I had a mask with Creeping Death. I looted it this morning. Why are all these this? Oh, that's because they're all the same mask. That would be why. So yeah, if you look at Hardwire here, it still has the 6 of 6 requirement. And that's the same with Tip of the Spear, 6 of 6. So as soon as they make those changes, I will be testing as many things as I can possibly test. Bloodlust on the holster. Yes. Yeah, I like the ongoing directive set. Since they announced the sets, I've tried and tried and tried to make that set work, and I was using 4-piece ongoing directive with my flame build before they decided to do this. Bloodlust on the holster. I have yet to actually take a look at that talent in PTS, but from reading on the forums for the patch notes, it does look like it's possible, as well as I want to say something that went along with that. The gun talent for a pistol that now if you miss gives you back the ammo. It's guaranteed to give you back the ammo. And I say that because think about that. If you switch to that weapon, it refills the ammo for the weapon, and then you can shoot and you're going to hit every single one of those shots or you get it back. So you would basically have a full magazine in the pistol to deal that extra damage with. Hey Clint, what's going on? Actually, I just jumped on here because I was testing out. I got another monitor because I was working with a laptop and it really sucked. So I thought I'd jump on here and live stream as I'm trying to find some loot and see how the targeted looting works. I want to say something with bleed is going to be really good too. I still haven't figured out exactly what I'm going to do with it yet. Man, I wish I wouldn't have got rid of that Creeping Death mask. I really wanted to try that out. I'll just have to go find another one. But yeah, this actually I am interested in as well. Vigilance, that gain 25% weapon damage. Taking damage disables this buff for 5 seconds. So I can actually put that on. And as you can see, I've got the buff now. And so if you're, a cover shooter, you're going to have that buff for the extra 25% damage all the time. But yeah, I am interested in bleed. I think that's going to be pretty cool. Bleed's going to be awesome. I'm trying to think about what else. This one. Salvage. Nope, that's not it. Sorry. Vindictive is actually pretty cool too. I don't know how that's going to work, and I hate that it has a range on it. It should just be killing an enemy with a status effect applied grants all group members 20% critical hit chance and 20% critical hit damage for 10 seconds. Why do they have to be within 15 meters? I don't understand that at all. Roll the holster for blue instead of yellow. On what? All right. I still haven't figured out what this tab is for. Anybody know? Anybody know what that thing's for? It just, I mean, I get that it goes into my gear, but I go into my gear any other way too. I don't understand why there's that. Unless they just wanted to give you another look at it. Okay. Oh, you want to check out the Nemesis thing? Should be pretty quick. So, let me grab somewhere that's light real quick. So what they've done is... I'm going the wrong way. The Nemesis currently has 0 accuracy, or something to that effect, because when you shoot something, it just goes wherever it wants to. There's nothing... Okay, so... Oh, watch, they fixed it already. Oh, mine works just fine. Unless I missed. Nope, works just fine. I saw a YouTube video just a little bit ago where it would go anywhere in the scope. It had no control whatsoever. So they must have fixed that. Darn it, that would have been funny. Oh, somebody asked about loadouts, right? So, yes, there are... And I can't even read that. "12 loadout slots. It is true, but what else do we have to do? I mean, honestly. So yeah, I'm thinking about, you know, I'm theory crafting without, because honestly, they said that it's not going to be a ton more as far as the named gear goes. It's just going to be that piece of gear with like 5% more of something. So, you know, if you were to get the thing, you're just going to be a little bit better than you were. Oops. I have been using the Liberty, though. I need to do some... Okay. So... time is it? 5:30? Almost? What else do I want to look at? I'm trying to think of what else was in this patch that I haven't taken a look at. If anybody hasn't seen it, though, you know, it is pretty cool. You hit R. I was not aware of that when I was looking yesterday, but yeah, you just go into your map and hit R and it brings it up and you can go find whatever you want. And it works pretty well. Again, I do think open world is better than the missions. They may need to drop at the end of a mission more than one thing. Check conflict for what? And honestly, I am not the one to talk about conflict because I've probably only played it twice. I could tell you, though, when I was in... Maybe... I don't want to speculate too much, but I got 4 backpacks, 4 or 5 backpacks in this main mission. But I swear this morning when I was playing the bank headquarters, I probably got 6 or 7 ARs out of that. So it must be a bit random with that as well. There is no, like, guaranteed. Maybe it's guaranteed you're going to get 1 at the end, and then everything else can drop it, which is probably the way it is. I guess we could go run that mission again and see how many we get a second time. Oh, I don't want to do that. Come on. There we go. Let's show the blueprints in the upgrade station. I don't know. We can go look though real quick. I think I have them all, and I think blueprints. Man, I haven't got a blueprint for an exotic in a while, so I'm not exactly sure. Oh, I like that, buddy. That's awesome. Nice job on that.
You need help with something?
Upgrades. So it does show it. I don't know. Are you? Oh, there you go. Yes, it does. It shows if you don't have it. It is locked. I don't know if that's in live or not, but conflict menu. Yes.
Character.
Is it bad that I don't know how to get to that? Honestly. There we go. I'm not afraid to stay in this for as long as you want because there will not be a conflict. Watch, it'll pop. But honestly, there's not enough people on the PTS that I'm worried about it finding a game. Changes the bloodsucker? I do not believe so. I don't know that I... No, I do have one. Let me check it. I have not been to Cassie? I have not seen Cassie. I've not gone to that vendor. What character is that on?
Character.
Actually, it may be in the stash. Bloodsucker. Unstoppable Force, that did change. I don't know that that was such a big deal. I don't know why they did that. Unbreakable is unchanged. I know I've got... There we go. Nope. Bloodsucker's the same. And I think everything else is about the same. I do want to look at... I will be taking a look again at crit builds, because that looks like it could be interesting. Just going through... That's the same. That went up, right? That was 5 before, now it's 10. Surgical? I think so. Man, I got rid of a lot of stuff. And honestly, I have a ton of stuff, but I got rid of a lot of stuff just because I didn't think I would use it. Granted, I mean, we had such limited, and if you notice, they have not upped the stash space yet, or I'd be saving some more stuff. Granted, it's PTS, but just to make builds with. I don't see anything else. I don't know if that... I want to say that's changed, but I don't know from what. Can't remember what that was. Terminate did not change. Opportunistic did change, but requires, which they didn't say in the patch notes, marksman rifle or shotgun. There we go. There's kneecap. 4 or less, which actually sucks, even though doesn't matter because nobody's going to use it anyway. Once every 30 seconds is all it's going to bleed somebody. That is not worth it. With all the other things that you can do with the glove slot, I mean, it should just not have a cooldown on it. You just can't double apply something, but you should be able to do... You should be able to shoot every single NPC in the kneecap and bleed them because it's not like it does some type of crazy damage. My channel's been on for 2.5 months, maybe? Yeah, around that, 2.5 months. I've got 2 kids, and my older son, that's 12, wanted to start making videos. And so I decided that I would take a look at how to do that and just kind of got the ball rolling with it. And I made 1 video, and then I made a 2nd video, and here I am 2.5 months later. That's it. Other than that, I've just played games. Clutch is unchanged. And Wicked, I'm really thinking about Wicked for a gun talent, or for a glove talent, if I'm not using the BTSU gloves. Again, I think they went ahead and did this because of the BTSU gloves, since you can't use it together. I have not found anything yet that has the ongoing directive or any of the gear sets with talents on the backpack or chest. So I don't know if that is in yet. Let's see, I don't know if I can even make one. I can make a hardwire. No, I can't. I can make one of those, though. Maybe we should try. Oh, yeah, it's... Bah. PTS. Nothing. So I'm not sure exactly how that works with getting talents on the chest and backpack. That's what I thought. That's what I thought, Marky. I just wasn't... Well, how's that going to work with the ongoing directive and the other two, the True Patriot and the Hardwire? I don't know why I can never remember the words Hardwire. I call it ongoing directive all the time, and I just can't remember that when I'm trying to think of that gear set for some reason. But I thought they said in the patch notes that all of the pieces, all of the sets, were going to have the chest and backpack.
Use some more crafting materials.
Fenris Mask gives you 2 talents now?
Chair.
That's cool. I had not seen that yet, I don't think. Yeah, it would, wouldn't it? So if you ran all Fenris, is it going to give you 2 talents in every single slot? Or is that going to be nerfed? Oh, that'll suck, Marky, if every single gear set is in the raid loot pool. People aren't going to like that. Oh, you want to see that? Yeah, let's go take a look at the recal station. So, recal station. If I pick something and I say I want to, let's pick something at least halfway good. So this has 20.5 health, 6,700 health, 3.5 headshot damage. So I can take this health, it moves it over, and then it tells me what I can put on it. These are all of my choices. And these are how many of that thing I have, and that is on me or in my stash. And so, say I wanted to move that to weapon damage. I click on weapon damage, and it gives me all of my options. Now, there's a lot of 13s here because I bought that one chest that was on the vendor, and that's why they're all the same. But it just shows you all of the different pieces that you have with weapon damage, and then it gives you your score on what it's going to recalibrate to. Now, this is interesting. I'm not going to try it, although it is PTS, so I guess I could try it. That says 100%, that says 100%. It is not telling me that it's going to stop me from rolling. Oh, capped. Sorry, there it is. Capped to 12.5. So it tells you up at the top what the capped is. And so I can change that to anything I want. So I could go up and do total armor and change it to total armor, or I can change it to health. Actually, that'd probably be a good piece, wouldn't it? 20% health, 20.5% health, and then 47,000 health. Man, that would be pretty strong. Except it has headshot damage, of course. So, yeah, that's the way that works.
Really wish I had a complete set of socket wrenches.
So the limitations for it are that it still has to be the same gear type. So chest for chest. It's only going to give you that. Oh, yeah, I see that. Okay. 454 item. This is already capped. Yeah, let me try another different 500. That's kind of odd. There we go. Okay. So I would not want this. So I'd rather have that be, let's say, armor or skill power. And I can just pick my piece. So that's only 93. 79, 63. Let's look at what that piece was. 12.5 headshot, 5% crit hit, 23,000 health. I feel like that would have capped earlier, don't you think? Let's try this. Let's try this. Gloves, I darn near know what it's going to cap at. So, let me find that. Where'd it go? Where did it go? Where'd it go? Okay, so I know that this cannot roll 12. It's probably 9, maybe. So let's look at assault rifle damage. Ah, capped at 9. Although, again, 490. Darn it. But I still think, I don't think that has changed. I don't think the cap has changed because that would have been what I would have guessed in the live game. See if there is a normalized. There is definitely a normalized. They said they changed, and all I can tell you is that because I don't know darn near anything about that either as far as normalized go. I don't do PvP. I'd like to, but I just have not got into it. So I apologize for that unless you're asking about the dark zones, which on this character are locked, of course. Normalized engagement. So yes, there is normalized dark zone, if that's what you're asking. And I remember them saying that. They said they were going to tone some of the things down so that it's not quite as normalized, but it's not going away. Anything else you guys want to see? I'm going to have to make dinner soon. It's 5:30. You know what? I don't have to make dinner soon because my older son is actually out running a cross-country meet, and it's 45 minutes away from me. So I did not want to take my 9-year-old because we'd be out until 8:30 tonight. So my wife is actually going up there. So it's just me and my 9-year-old son who is watching something on YouTube. God knows what. What are you watching? You can't even hear me. Awesome. Great dad. Dad of the year. Well, let's just go. I'd like to run that mission again because I really want to see. Hey, thanks, Margie. I don't live stream often, for sure. I just got into that last week. I think I did my first one. But I think I may do a few more, you know, here and there. I'm more into making skill builds and that kind of thing. Alright, let's do it. First, let me make sure I have all the stuff on I'm supposed to have. Yeah, it looks good.
The ramp to the parking garage looks like the best way in.
Yeah, man, I just went through that. Definitely, you can recalibrate by taking an attribute from one piece of gear and putting it on another, and in fact, it is quite updated and looks pretty good. Yeah, go ahead and add me, Marky. Sure. Absolutely. The more the merrier. You know what? I reverted back to my old build because I'm not using the Liberty. Although, in doing so, it reminded me of why I like this pistol so much. It's like a laser. Yeah, you know, I'm not sure exactly how the live stream on YouTube works, but you may be able to just slide the slider back if it's, I don't know if that's only in a replay, but, and check it out. We had just got done when you asked that. That was the last thing I was looking at. I'm assuming that was you, Marky. I mean, it doesn't matter. I'm looking forward to, and I'm surprised they didn't, fix the shield. In the patch notes, they said that they were going to make the shield... Am I what? What? Where is he at?
Yes, you weren't covered.
Oh, there you are. They said they were going to make the shield be healed by anything that heals you. So I was really hoping that that was going to make it into this patch as well. Alright, so that is how the loot drops when you're in a targeted area. We're in a backpack area, so that's what it looks like. You get the normal loot on top of a backpack loot. And so far it seems like the only thing that's guaranteed is from the last boss. But, and I know I've said this a few times, but out in the open, all of the little, you know, rescue a hostage, turn off the radio broadcast, or the broadcast, all of those things give you the 500 drop of the area. And so it's actually seems faster to do it in the open than to do it
Shit out of anything too dangerous.
in these areas, or in the missions. Sorry, I can't think and play at the same time. Okay. I can tell you on this PTS, the NPCs are acting really strange. Sometimes they're super aggressive, and then sometimes they just kind of stand there. And I think the last time I ran through this mission, at the first part of it, they like stopped attacking halfway through. I want to switch back to my Liberty, and I keep forgetting.
True Sun's reinforcements.
Keep moving.
When you're done fucking things up, though.
Keep moving. You still got 2 halls to clear.
Hostile radio intercepted.
I have not tried Mr. Gates.
So cut through the planetarium. We gotta secure that ordnance.
Do I think skill builds can be used in the raid? Yes. PTS is going pretty good, actually. On your lunch break. Awesome. Yeah, the PTS is going pretty good. I'm not hating the changes. I get the skill build change. I understand what they're doing with that, and it's not as bad as people are making it out to be. Now, I did release a video earlier today, and honestly, it's worse than I said it was going to be. Even though it is 15 seconds, but I actually linked my spreadsheet that has all of the haste on it. Like, you can, if you look at the bottom of that video, it shows you all of the different haste, you know, if you have 400 haste, what that's going to make your cooldown for every skill. And actually, for the Seeker Mines, you're going to have 400 haste to get back, I want to say it was 400 haste, to get back to 10-second Seeker Mines. And that's going to be tough. So you're talking 200 on the mod as the cap, so 200 there, and then you're going to have to find 200 on gear, basically, to get back to 10 seconds. And I know I'm not going to be able to do that, so I'll be living with 15-second Seeker Mines. I may be able to bump it up a little bit, but it probably won't be worth it to get rid of the damage. And granted, I think it kind of equals out. There again, another backpack. Because they did buff the damage. I don't know that it was 30%. I didn't do the math on it. But my base cluster Seeker Mines were about 100,000 more damage than they were on live. Shield worth in PvP. I don't PvP, dude. I will be PvPing, and this is the this is the build that I want to PvP with. Mr. Gates, as soon as I get done with this, if you're still here, I will go and try that and see if I can roll an active talent onto a passive slot. Just looking at the healing to see if... Nah, I don't think it's doing anything. You see that dude? I don't think I've ever seen that before. He had a... like a welding torch out. Oh my goodness. These guys are pain in the butt today. Alright. Go back to Liberty. I'm trying to get used to using that. See if I can make it all the way around here this time. Oh, good grief. I hate getting stuck on stuff with the shield. That is one. Moving with the shield kind of sucks. Oh yeah, that gear that you get out of the PvP zone. I wondered the first time I got that, I was like, what is going on? What is this gear? I've never seen that before. And sure enough, yeah, it was PvP zone gear. Ow.
Watch that movement. Move cover.
Oh! He was in the pile of dead bodies. I was like, where is the dude shooting me from? Did you guys see the combat roll? Here, check it out. Out of all the stuff they can add, put in a combat roll. Oh, really? I thought I missed that one. Yeah, I'm a little
Setting a recovery recovery team.
not
Link up with
thrilled
them.
about that. I actually was looking. I was like, man, Spark is going to be awesome. I was absolutely going to try to incorporate that. So now I don't know what I'm going to do with it. Ugh. There we go.
See any missiles lying around? Be sure that you never, ever
Oh, good grief. There we go. So I can tell you I've already gotten more backpacks this run than the last run. One other thing I have noticed that is huge is picking up stuff from the crates. It gives you more, and you get 2 out of the crates, which is just really nice. I feel like I'm getting a ton more
please neutralize that
of the
fucking thing by
components.
any means necessary.
And that is a nice thing. Yeah, I'm not worried about it. I haven't opened it yet. Oh. Man. Oh, hit him. Thank you. And then you do get a guaranteed from the boss. Alright, let me run back and see.
And I'd say it's been a pretty good day.
Yeah, I actually really like pistols. And that's one of the reasons, is you just never even worry about ammo. Yeah, I'm not sure about the Eagle Bear nerf. Like I said, I don't have one, and so I don't have anything to compare it to. Granted, isn't the talent still like amazing? I did build my PC. I've built them all. Actually, I'm an IT manager. That's what I do for my job. And so I haven't built a PC in a while, but, well, no, I take that back. I did. I built a couple engineering PCs. You know, they were like $5,500 each. They had i9s with 64 gig of RAM, of course, solid state drive. You know, for myself, and I'm still running an older rig, I've got an AMD Ryzen 5 1600X for my processor. I do have 32 gig of RAM because RAM's pretty cheap these days. And then I have 3 solid state hard drives. I have an M.2, I have a 500 gig for my games, and I have a 1 terabyte for my recordings. And if you're ever looking at recording videos, you have to record, well, you don't have to. It is way better to record on a separate hard drive than what you're gaming on, because if you're trying to record and write, you know, you're trying to read and write on the same hard drive, it's gonna bottleneck your throughput. No, actually, I grew up a skateboarder, and then I joined the Army. And when I got out of the Army, when I was 20, well, not out of the Army, I went into the National Guard. I was 22 when I started college, and that's when I decided I wanted to write code. And before that, the only thing I knew about computers was I had played, you know, Atari and then Super Nintendo up through Counter-Strike. And right before, in 2003, when I went over to Iraq, at that time I was playing Counter-Strike. And then when I came back, I started really getting into computer knowledge. So 2005 maybe is when I really started in computers, and I've been doing it ever since. And I do everything now. I write our company's website. I haven't written a program in a while, so I'm not going to tell you that I've done that in a long time. I do really enjoy it, and I do study Java, and I am certified in JavaScript and Perl script and all types of stuff like that, but it's neither here nor there. you don't learn that much in school anyway. Everything, when I got my first computer job, I was in school and thought I knew what I was talking about, and I didn't know shit. So, no. It's all learning, and most of it is going to be doing instead of reading, because I can show you a Java book behind me that tries to teach you how to do Java, and it's, this big, and honestly, you'll learn the basics out of that, but really it's not something you're going to learn from there. Okay. Recal. You want to see if we can put a passive on an active, right? So that has a passive. Why is it locked? Oh, because I already recalibrated. That has a passive. No, you cannot, because it doesn't even give me the option. It only lets me recal what is on there. All right. Well, I am going to end this stream. I thank you all for watching. I really enjoyed this, actually. I will probably be doing this more. Although on this PTS, I've got a lot of videos to make to get some knowledge out there and give it to the masses, I guess. But anyway, thanks so much for watching. I will catch you all later. See ya.